How y'all doing, bro? I'm here to drop some more stories on y'all, man. Do a little talking. I'm cooking right now, man. I'm waiting for these ribs to finish, so I'm like, I might as well do some content. Um, yeah, bro. Hold on, let me get a little light in here, bro. It's a little better. But yeah, bro. So I'm get straight into it. From the title, y'all can tell. I'm gonna tell y'all a little Marine Corps story. It's really about a specific day because a lot of things happened in this day, and it. I'm not gonna say the day changed my life, but it definitely made a lot of. It helped me a lot. Like, I don't know where I'd be without this whole situation. So get right into it. So what I used to do back when I was in my MOS school, which MOS, if y'all don't know, is like your job in the military, and we used to have duty, which is where you for 24 hours you kind of just walk around the fucking barracks. Well, during the week it's 12 hours. It's just from when you get out of class until the next day, and then during the weekend it's a full day. It's full 24. I used to take people's duty on the weekend, so they pay me for it. So I hit a nigga in his head for like 120, 150, you know what I mean, for like a full day, and I'll get me some bread off of it. And like people just be like, oh, Jeff is fucked up, he over here taking money for duty. I say, shit, I'm getting some bread. Cause what ended up happening was I ended up, some shit went down, and I realized I was gonna have to move to Virginia in order to get everything that I needed to do, like to really get everything moving. I needed to move to Virginia with my grandma. So, but when I realized that, my grandma's retired, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I'm going down there, I don't have a job. I don't want to be hassling my grandma for money. Like, when I lived with my grandma for that first like year and a half, I lived with her for about a year and a half, almost 2 years. I never asked my grandma for no bread, ever. Not one time. Like, I never, because her just letting me stay there and live with her was more than enough, you know what I mean? Then that was worth more than anything else. So I was like, cause I needed somewhere to go. So it was like, all right, cool. So I never asked her for no bread. So I started doing a little duty thing, running around, cause I'm like, all right, I need some money, cause I'm gonna get out there. I don't got a job, so I need to, whatever I can get, I'm gonna try to, make something shake. And I was already, like, I was a PFC. Anybody who knows, PFCs don't make shit. You know what I mean? I'm like, I don't really have a whole lot of bread to bring with me. But, yeah, bro. So I go out there. I'm on duty one night, and I'm with a sergeant. He, same MOS. Don't remember his name. Super cool sergeant, though. And we talking, and, you on duty, you ain't got shit to do, especially when nighttime falls. So we just start making conversation, start asking me questions. And I'm telling them about all my plans, like when I'm going to live with my grandma in Virginia, I'm trying to be an electrician. I told him I'm trying to go to school for electrical engineering. He was like, okay, what made you want to do? Because I was like, I'm in the Marine Corps, I'm an electrician. So I was like, electrical engineering, I put two and two together. I thought that was me not even knowing what fucking being an electrical engineer was. And I tell him, I'm like, yeah, I'm trying to, that's what I'm going to do. He's like, I was thinking the same thing, because he was like, but are you good at math? I'm like, not really, no. Not even a little bit. He was like, okay, well, everything that has to do with electrical engineering has a lot of math and a lot of this. And he's kind of breaking it down to me, because he's in school at the same time. So I'm like, damn, for real? Like, he breaking down the whole thing. He like, look, you're an electrician in the Marine Corps. You're about to go be a civilian. Take the knowledge you got here, go be an electrician. You gonna make the same amount of money for the most part, because let's say in 10 years, once you become a master electrician and everything else, you gonna make upwards of 70, 75,000 MVA. That's a good bread. Whereas you be making 80 or 85,000 as an electrical engineer, but you got 4 years of schooling, maybe another 2 years of doing a little side bullshit work to you, so you get some experience. Then you'll start making the bread. Now the upside is good, but now you also got $100,000 worth of debt, $80,000 worth of debt. This way you ain't got no debt. And I remember I'm sitting down listening to him like, damn, word, okay. And here's what's so dope about this conversation, because I'm really like, at this point in time, 2017, I'm really on my, I don't have no guidance with anything. I'm just really out here just trying to, I know I want to be successful, and I know, I got a big old chip on my shoulder. I'm like, I'm out here trying to do shit. So I'm going hard as possible. And bro, he just kind of came in, and I'll probably get into more stories about this. I talked about this on my podcast, but it's every now and again throughout life, people who I have no reason to give me game, just drop a gem on me. And right when I needed it, honestly, because I was leaving, I'm getting ready to leave MOS school in, I think at this point, like 2 weeks, something like that. I was getting ready to graduate. So I'm like, damn, bro, that was some real shit. Thank you. So he lets me know that. I'm like, cool. So we keep talking. He just keeps dropping gems. Now here's where I say, now that helped me, because that basically changed my future of like what I was doing out here, and put me in position to do a lot of things, and that was invaluable information that he gave me, because he saved me a lot of time, because I can't even express enough how much that shit helped me, which is a big reason why, as a sergeant, like I always, even a lot of times my Marines don't listen to me, even as a sergeant, and even when I was a corporal, not my Marines, but some Marines don't listen. Like, it doesn't matter what you tell them, they're not going to listen to what you're saying. But I always feel like if I can get to the one person that's struggling, then I could do some good. And I just remember him and what he gave to me. So every junior Marine I meet, like, they'll tell you, Sergeant Jeffers is always trying to give game. He's trying to drop whatever, because I feel like it's my duty as an NCO to put you in the best position you can be. Because if you can go out and make a path for yourself and feed your family and do what you got to do, bro, if you decide to stay in the Marine Corps, then you'll be an asset to Marine Corps. You'll be an asset to your Marines when you become an NCO. And if you decide to get out, then you'll be an asset to your family. But you know what? To have information, to deny. That's why, like, if y'all hear me talk about like certain old heads, and especially in the black community, bro, I go hard as fuck, because it's like I'll never respect a older black man who doesn't want to give game to the youth, because it's like, what the fuck, like, you're just I don't want to get too disrespectful, but I don't respect that. I never did. I never will, because I understand. You know what I mean? I was in those situations. 2018, I was fucked up. I'm talking about working 70-hour weeks and having $10 in your bank account. Fucked up. 70-hour weeks being flat fucking broke. I'm talking about, I remember going to I remember moving into this apartment when I first got here, and scraping up change for food. You know what I mean? I remember them days. So, like, any information I can give somebody, I'll give it to them. But this now leads me to my next thing. So after this conversation with this dude, he goes to bed, and now, like I said, there's people on duty, other people on duty roving. I'm just in the duty hut. As people are roving, they do shifts. So, like, you'll rove or walk around the barracks for like an hour and a half, something like that, and then you'll go to bed. So I come out, they changing over. I'm missing some people. So I'm like, what the fuck? So they tell me what the dude is that I'm missing. I go up to his room. Bro get the snapping on me. He, bitch, I didn't know that. Bitch, who the fuck? So I'm like, all right, gang. Before I lose my temper, I'm a slide. So I go downstairs. He come downstairs, me mugging. So now we get to arguing, because I'm like, what the fuck? Like, bro, you playing with me, bro. I don't even know you. Man, we get to arguing, fussing. We go. I ended up beating the fuck out bro on duty. Like, he like pushed me, and I just lost my shit. Wow. I hit him. And I remember him like kind of wobbling. I just started throwing him. I'm trying to knock this motherfucking teeth in. He grabbed me. I slammed him. And like, now I'm scared, because like there's like a so in wrestling there's this thing called a mat return, where like you lock your hands around somebody's waist and you bring them back down to the mat, kind of lift them a little bit and then pull the weight down. And if anybody knows, it's a super simple takedown, But anybody who knows a mat return, if the right motherfucker mat returns you, hurts. Like it's a full on slam. That's if you know how to, like, I've been mat returned before where like I couldn't see for a second. I'm like out of it. Like, oh my God. He obviously didn't know how to wrestle because the way I got to it. So when I mat returned him to the concrete, his head bounces off the fucking concrete. He gets up and he's just like loopy as a bitch. Like, and I remember looking at bro. And this was another thing that's important about this. This, like, I'm on the podcast, I kind of talked about how people would try me at the shipyard and I get into arguments. I tried, but I always kind of avoided fighting, or I never really got into a full-on fight. This was part of it because I remember, you gotta understand, bro, if you grapple, and I know not everybody wrestles, like full-on wrestling. I mean, people wrestle with their cousins and shit like that. But like, when you're an actual grappler, you get a chance to see the damage you could do to somebody doing some of these takedowns. So like I've never knocked anybody out with my bare hands, but I've knocked a few people out by throwing them down. So seeing him, I wish I could show y'all the stance that he was in and the way his face looked. Like, he was just like, and I remember being so scared. I was like, yo, what the fuck did I just do? And mind you, I'm not like, up until this point, I had never mat returned anybody who wasn't a wrestler. Cause you kind of know what to do. Like, when you get mat return, you kind of you do a break fall. So you kind of put your elbows out, but like flat. And you kind of, you keep your head up and turn to the side so you don't, like, you know what I mean, fuck your teeth up. Didn't know any of that. Bro just... So I remember looking and being like, oh my God, bro, like, I'm about to get in so much trouble because this is new Marine Corps at this point. Like, well, it's starting to transition. So you beat a nigga ass in general in the Marine Corps at this point, and even now, you finna get kicked the fuck out. My homie got kicked out for beating somebody ass on duty. No lie, real shit. In Okinawa, beat the brakes off. Matter of fact, no, he wasn't on duty. He beat the brakes out of the motherfucker who was on duty and got kicked out because of that. So I remember like really being terrified, like, oh my God, bro, like, what am I gonna do? So he goes, and now here's the other thing. Again, bro was talking crazy. After I seen this motherfucker get up, I'm not roving anymore. He runs upstairs. I'm like, bro, now you bitching? Like, what the fuck? You was talking crazy. How the fuck? And again, this is what I'm saying. This shit kept me out of a lot of trouble when I got to civilian world. Because, again, growing up, like I said, I fought a lot. But people who I fought wanted to fight. It was never a thing where, like, I was beating on somebody who... So, but as adults, you know, motherfuckers front a lot. So they gonna talk crazy, you know, poke their chest out and say all types of shit. And you really put pain on a motherfucker. They don't fold fast as fuck. They gonna call the cops. Bitch, I was just talking shit to talk shit. You gonna actually beat me? I'm calling the cops. It's like, you gonna hurt me in this establishment? I'm calling the cops. How dare you? Okay, them niggas is not with that shit, bro. I swear to God, they gon' hello? I'm talking about motherfuckers who, man, I done got into arguments at jobs where dudes was, cause I get up, cause I called the cops. What? Where'd that come from, gang? I thought you was... Man, listen. So, after that, I was like... But anyhow, so after this goes down, I go up to... Now I gotta... Again, I didn't mention this part, but my sergeant is asleep at this point. Because you take turns going to sleep for like 2-3 hours. Or 3-4 hours. So now I'm like, fuck, bro. Like, this motherfucker. So now I go... Wait the sergeant. I'm like, I got an issue. He like, what? I'm like, because the reason why I went and got him was because if he's not roving, I didn't know when he was gonna wake up. So I'm like, if he's not roving, he comes out, he's like, we're missing a rover. Now he gonna know something's up. So I'm like, I might as well tell him now. I already fucked up by beating this dude ass. I don't want to double this shit up. So I go tell him like, yeah, I'm missing a rover. We got into it. He go upstairs and he see bro face. He like, the fuck? And here's where I get lucky. The dude starts snapping on the sergeant. He start talking crazy. Sergeant check him. Put him up for arrest. I'm like, yes, cool. Come downstairs. The sergeant tell me again, this was a real dude, white dude at that, bro. I want to always mention that because I know there's a lot of divide in the country right now, but bro, you, like, we people at the end of the day, gang. 100%, we really people. Because, like, he come and talk to me, like, listen, like, if it was anybody else on duty, both of y'all would have been in fucking handcuffs tonight. They go to call PMO, military police, the MPs, and they would have put your ass in the break for the night probably. Especially the way his face was looking. He was like, I would. But you lucky I'm here. I'm not really, I know what it was back in the day. So I'm like, cool. Man, this man in one night saved me of so much. Because again, like I said, that the information he gave me beforehand kind of changed my whole career as an adult. I'm giving that to him. It wasn't, like I said, bro, I didn't have no guidance. So the fact him dropping that gem on me changed everything. So, and then me now doing some dumb shit, losing my temper. One, he didn't destroy my Marine Corps career because, NJP for fucking somebody up on duty. I would have gotten so much trouble. I might not be a sergeant right now. It's hard to rank up once you get NJP. So that he probably helped me in my career because now I'm trying to go be a warrant officer. A lot of that is impossible if I go to the break that night. And then on top of that experience me fucking bro up stopped me because I was like, bro, I'm about to be a civilian in a few years. And I'm like, man, I can't be, because had this been a regular job, I'd been fired. And again, I'm coming down here with nothing. I came down to VA with my sea bags. That's all I had with me, gang. I ain't had nothing, no real experience, and it's just my grandma. So I'm fucked up out here, bro. I'm like, man, I gotta tighten this shit up. I can't be letting motherfuckers get on my skin like that and crashing out. So it was a lot of experiences when I got here. People just doing shit. And I don't know why motherfuckers try me so much. Well, I do know back in the day, but I was like, man, I can't allow this shit to happen again. Otherwise, I'm really gonna be hurting. So, I just wanted to share this day with y'all because there was a lot of gems, and I feel like sometimes people experience days like this, but don't really sit back and reflect about it and utilize it for what it is and just how much it grows you. Because man, bro, I that could have really. I look back on it and that day changed a lot. It changed a whole lot. But appreciate y'all for listening, man. I got some more of these. I got some funnier ones, but we'll get into it. So y'all be easy. It's the Vontae's Reaper Training. I'll holla at y'all.